All right, welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you guys are having a good day, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time span you're watching this on. So we're going to discuss Michael Forbes, the youngster everyone is talking about. Now, initially when this thing broke out, I thought it was Lionel Messi. I thought it was Lionel Messi. I said, well, I never know someone big star come play for Jamaica. So I thought it was Lionel Messi. I said, no man, if it's not Messi, it must be Cristiano Ronaldo. Based off of all I nice when me hear I make. No, when me find out, get you understand what's happening, I'm like, this not necessary. I said, this not necessary. It's not necessary. So after watching a couple of programs on YouTube and making some contacts as well, and get to find out what's really going on. So apparently there's some issue with a particular player, and what was stated that Criag Butler was upset that Michael Forbes, since he saw represented Michael Forbes, he was dropped from the U20 team, and the claim is that it's corruption because he was at Cavaliers and it took him from Cavaliers and now he's at Phoenix, and now since he's not at Cavaliers anymore, he was dropped from the team. Then now that it moved from that to talk about when the transfer was done, how did he reach at Cavaliers, how long has he been at Cavaliers, has he trained for Cavaliers? So then the argument switched to the player saying that he didn't remember signing a contract to be at Cavaliers. So it switched now to say somebody forged in signature, corruption are gone, illegal things are going in the Jamaican football. So it's all about that. And it now reached the point where messages between the player and Rudolph Speid has been leaked, which kind of clear up certain things. No, me I say, what all of this for? What all of this for? No, the night when Ryan was doing the program and he had the youngster on, I was pretty much disappointed about that. When Criag Butler bring on the youngster, I was disappointed about that. I spoke to Ryan about it as well. Tell him that I was disappointed. Let me tell you why. I don't think when you have these type of issues, we should get the kids involved. I don't think so. I don't think we should get them involved. There's this dispute, there's this long-standing dispute going on between Criag Butler and Rudolph Speid, and we can understand the reason for that. Both of them are two men in the football industry where they have different points of views, different ideas. But at the end game, they still have the same ideology where football is concerned. But it's just the manner of how they go about things kind of different. Now, in the short of it is this, in my perspective, I don't think this has nothing to do with the player. This has nothing to do with the player. So all of this nice one make and this rated, whatever, it don't have nothing to do with the player. Let me tell you why it doesn't have anything to do with the player. And by summer come around, the player, whoever want the player can play $60,000 and they get the player. 60,000 Jamaican dollar and they get the player. Simple as that. Because he's a youth player. Now, he's now past the age of 18, which now they rank him as a big man. So, anybody can make him more decision. Now, he's a player that I know have been watching him for a long, long while. I was playing schoolboy football and stuff. And I'm disappointed that so much noise is being made around the player, on the player. And I'm very disappointed about that because he's a player I think that has a lot of potential. Quite a good player in my view. Now, the issue I'm having here is no one really know the main reason why the player was dropped from the national team. Now, if you check the track record, we can remember that he played a few games for Jamaica and received a couple red cards, and we lost the game based off those. And he didn't lose the game, but it got way more difficult based off his own action. So we could say that based off that, John Wall maybe did not choose to call by the player. We can't say because of that. John Wall didn't choose to recall the player. If that is the case, that they're saying he didn't get reelected according to Criag Butler, we could look at that factor. Yes, Criag Butler is going to say that when he was under Cavaliers, he did went with the national team. we can agree, we can agree at that. But what happened after he went there, which is the red cards, when he went to Trinidad, received red card, we lost one of those games because of that error. We went to the qualifying, the U20 qualifiers. He also received a red card in that as well. And that shows a bad track record. So if he does not receive another call, I think it's more to direct to why didn't the coach call him back rather than the switch of him from Cavaliers to Phoenix. And that's the reason. I think the more plausible reason for the coach to not recall him has to be where performance is concerned. But ideally, some people, I would say, like to make it more personal and they want to find someone to target. So whenever we find out there's a sequence, whenever something doesn't go a particular person direction, if he throw him ties out of the crib and start me being nice unnecessarily, which is not, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Just listen. And funny enough, even all of the evidence came out about the player signing. He has been at Cavaliers for over a year and stuff. Even that people are trying to downplay because just because they don't want to believe. No, I understand. Many don't like Rudolph Speid, many don't like Criag Butler, and many love Criag Butler. I have a few who like Rudolph Speid. But I do believe that this is more so about the battle between Rudolph Speid and Criag Butler, more so the player and anything else. I think this issue will pop up. Criag Butler made something out of it. I want to listen to people, right? This is an ideal opportunity to stir up something because the player was at Cavaliers, got selected. Now the player there at Phoenix, he now get selected. I think this is more the ideal situation to stir up something, even if there's nothing there. I'm wanting to listen. I just wanting to listen. No, the player might be misguided. Just saying the player might be misguided. Because I know the player. And when we know of the player, he need guidance. And I'm not going to say, and even if I read the message between Speid and the player, they realize that the player reach out to get some answers. And Speid reply to the player was, speak to your parents, speak to your mother, speak to your father, and they will guide you to the right direction. Because at the end of the day, not certain. And if things go wrong, they're the one who's going to be with you. So I'm respecting him for that as well. Now, the whole issue here, as I say, people, it has nothing to do with the player. I want to listen, people. It has nothing to do with the player. This is an ideal opportunity for Criag Butler to stir something, keep his name in the media relevant. That's one. Shout out corruption when there evidently isn't any. Because he must say corruption, because the corruption when I shout out, he's saying that the player was at Cavaliers and he gets selected. And now the player there at Phoenix, he now gets selected. And the truth is, the player did not even transfer from Cavaliers as yet. He's still at Cavaliers. He's under Phoenix management. Fine. But U20 don't call yet. U20 don't call. U20 squad haven't been called as yet. So how you say the player not get selected? People want to listen. People want to know. You have the detractors who are coming in the comment section. The people who follow Criag Butler and you have to have them. And they must say I like him. But when I see foolishness, I talk about it. Just like if I see Cavaliers the foolishness, I talk about it. If I see Rudolph Speid the foolishness, I talk about it. If I see JFF the foolishness, I talk about it. But apparently, when Criag Butler the foolishness, you're not supposed to talk about it. Because what? All he's going to talk about is corruption and JFF. We don't agree with it, but he did it. But guess what? Because he can't squeal corruption, the whole mass are going to run with it. And saying right. Until you start listen, and it's the general public, you have a lot of persons in the general public who just follow for follow sake, who don't really want to listen and take proper and don't want to be educated about certain things. And these are repetition, these are consistent things happening, people. These are consistent things happening over and over again. I don't look like we're just not seeing it. The same person is consistently doing the same thing over and over. That's how I'm telling people this has nothing to do with the player. It's more so Criag Butler probably try making him name still relevant, try making Phoenix Academy relevant, and he might get it. He's doing it. It's actually because we're all reporting on it. Me, I report on it today. That's just the whole point. That's just the whole point. This is no another problem now with Criag Butler player and JFF now. It's another one that he might pull out, you know. And funny enough, you know, the player never have Phoenix amount good. And problems arise. All I'm saying, all the youngsters them, want to be very, very careful. Want to be extremely careful. Because what does this mean now for the player? With him, the player name being dragged across the media in many different facets, just all over the place. What does this do for the player? It does not. It not help the player in no way at all. It not help the player. It not help the player none at all. This more for put the player on the back burner more than anything else. So why do it? Why do it? This is not necessary. Me personally, me not like it. I don't like it none at all. Anyways, this is the first time I discuss the matter. I got people who are coming in the conversation concuss, but I don't care. I don't care. Me no business. Full no business that. I don't care. You got the detractors that work on different Criag Butler. You got detractors that work on different Rudolph Speid. I don't care. I have more than enough evidence to know what is right. And when people try to show what is right, no business, because some of the fans are so tribalistic because it doesn't matter what you say. Once they go against their tribe, it means war to them. Once they say something against their tribe, and realize the Criag Butler supporters, they don't want to be educated on anything that has to do with Criag Butler. It seems as if they just lock off them brain to anything else. Let me tell you something, people. Let me make this clear. You see, in the football realm in Jamaica, let me make it see. Anyways, big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to like it, phone the business. If you don't want to like the video, so phone the business that. But like it if you think it's a good video. Anyways, big up on yourself. Have a good day, people. See you every time. God bless. Thank you very much for taking the time out to just listen to this video. I'll see you guys again. Until next time. We're out. God bless. Boom. Enjoy your rest of the day.